Welcome to another episode of Superintendent Spotlight. And I know that it's been a tough week out there. It's been tough for us here. It's been tough for the community and our town and our students and our parents, and I absolutely understand that. But the principals and I wanted to get a message out to everyone in the school community to let you know and give you an update of the things that are going on with us during this closure. Now, you know that normally when I put out information, I tend to do a carpool karaoke. Obviously, not a great idea to do a carpool karaoke with social distancing regulations and everything else that's going on. But I still think that having some levity to some of our messages and being able to laugh when times are tough is still the best medicine. So we did want to try the next best thing. So this is our new type of carpool karaoke that we'll be doing today to get our message out. I have the principals with me, practicing obviously our social distancing, and they're going to share what's going on in their respective buildings also. But at the district level, I can tell you that our custodians have been working tirelessly around the clock trying to clean the buildings and deep clean, even cleaner than we do in a summer clean. And they've been cleaning all surfaces, everything, taking furniture out of rooms and cleaning things, and they were doing the central office actually today, and they're doing a very thorough job. We also have been working with our town tech people to try to set up as much as possible in case we have to go completely remotely to do work at home. They've been working with us in that capacity. We've also partnered with the food pantry so that we can still feed the most neediest families that we have in our community. And we're hoping that we can keep that up through the next several weeks while we're in this school closure. So I'd like to say hi to the principals. We've got Mr. Michael Lazek, hello. We've got Mr. Bodwell, Mrs. Goulet, and Mr. McLaughlin. And so how are you guys dealing with this closure, and what are some of the things that are happening in your building?
We'll start here. Hello from the middle senior high school. We're very fortunate to have Chromebooks. We're one-to-one with our Chromebooks throughout the building. We did open up the building for the first couple of days to allow students to come in if their Chromebooks are broken or they're out for repair. So right now all the kids have Chromebooks. All of our teachers have Google Classroom sites. They've been actively using them all year, and they've been sharing out their codes. So they've been putting information out on Google Classroom for the students. And if students forgot their Google Classroom code, they can email their teacher or they can contact the office to get that code. Teachers have been diligently putting information there for enrichment opportunities for the kids. We hope they're taking advantage of them. We really want them to for a couple of reasons. One, we want to keep their mind engaged. Want to keep that hard work ethic going. And we also feel it's important that when they return, they'll be back into school mode. So when you're off during the day, find time to go and get into those enrichment opportunities. The teachers are doing a great job of putting them there, and they should be engaging in fun and also a learning activity. A reminder about social distancing. We did have a group of students around the building a couple days ago out in the tennis court region and out by the track. Really not a good idea. You really should be doing stuff either at home and following the guidelines of less than 10 people. At the middle senior high school, we miss you. We are looking forward to having you back. And I want to thank the students who have reached out with questions or concerns by email because we're here to answer them. And we want this experience, although it's very difficult for all, to be a valuable learning experience while they're out of school.
And I think that it's definitely about keeping the connection, keeping that home connection, and that's really why we're doing this video too. It's important for students to have the connection with teachers and keep that connection going. We understand that it's not the best environment. We're absolutely not trying to replicate a regular learning day, but having that connection with their teachers at all grade levels will keep at least some sense of normalcy, and they know that we're still out here, we're still there for them, and no matter how long this closure is. Who else wants to speak?
So at the Howard, very similar to what Mr. Bodwell said, our kids are already so used to using Google Classroom that, our teachers have started, trying to be creative with things that our kids could do on a daily basis and using Google Classroom as a platform. All of our kids are already proficient with it. We actually sent home last Friday, and it ended up being excellent timing. We sent home all the login information for our parents so that they could access it home if they weren't already familiar with it. And I'm really impressed with some of the stuff our teachers are coming up with. A couple of my teachers have done videos at home of they're doing cooking, using fractions, and just taking kids and tours around their house so that the kids can see what the teachers' lives are like. One teacher did a lesson at home with her kids involved, because she had kids at home too. Mrs. Wenzel actually did a Zoom chat this morning with invited the entire 6th grade.
Nice.
And 35 kids actually called in to participate in it. And it was, exactly what you would imagine with 35, 12-year-olds video chatting at the same time. But it was really nice for the kids to see each other and hear from each other and just talk about what their lives have been like. We actually even had a video staff meeting this morning. And I think some of the teachers, a lot of them didn't really have much to add, but it was just kind of nice to see each other and to hear what other people are going through and how we're working through the situation as individuals. I did want to mention,
awesome.
like Mr. Bodwell said, with social distancing, that the Friendship Park playground across the street is actually permanently closed. We did have groups of families coming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. The TPW showed up yesterday, and they've taped it all off. They've actually removed the benches because they're getting ready to start rehabbing some of the furniture there to redo the playground this spring. So if parents were thinking about bringing their kids down to the playground, it's really kind of off limits right now. So, we're doing the best we can here. The custodians have been wiping down lockers and, all the learning surfaces and just giving everything a really deep scrub. And whenever our kids are coming back, we'll be ready to welcome them with open arms.
Awesome. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, I've gotten to see several lessons that teachers have put out, especially at the elementary schools, and they really, really are keeping that connection. They're doing exactly what we want them to do. And it's nice because some of it, too, is, we don't realize how much that personal touch, that personal connection is so important in personalizing education. People always say about the West Bridgewater Public Schools, what they like about it is the personalization, that teachers really get to know their kids, and we don't want to lose that during this closure. So I'm really happy to see some of the things that I'm seeing online that are going home to the kids. Who's up next?
I'll go. Just a little kind of current happenings at the Spring Street School I want to talk about, and I also want to talk about kind of what we're doing in the special education world for this, because that becomes really tricky. So at Spring Street, I must say, I think the teachers were already prepared for this before it even happened. The way that they were able to come up with resources, activities, their Facebook pages, their communications with parents and kids. I mean, I have teachers every day that log on in the morning and do a morning meeting type of setup for the students, keep some type of routine. And these teachers are really going well above and beyond sending home a packet and expecting them to do it. They're actually doing really neat things online. It's really innovative, actually kind of growing their own practice as well. And so, we have the youngest students at West Bridgewater here, so really challenging for our teachers and for our kids to access that curriculum. But I think our teachers have, like I said, have gone above and beyond what's expected of them and truly connected with kids and families and keeping the learning alive. So it's been a tremendous, really, experience for me because, again, this is unprecedented times right now, and I think that we really have come together as an administrative team and with our colleagues and with our teachers to really make things happen. This has been kind of really been on local decisions, and I think that we're doing just a tremendous job at the Spring Street. I'm really, really proud of all of my staff, and including the preschool students who we have, 3 to 5, 3 and 4 year olds in our preschool, and they're posting videos and doing chats with kids and going on Google Hangouts and those types of things where it's really it's showing how resilient we are as educators, and it's really great to see. And then the other side of my job is special education and looking at our most vulnerable population and how we can provide a support for kids during this time. Because as we're told that we're not giving direct services, we need to provide support for our kids in any fashion, and that's kids and families included. So we're doing some really, really neat things in special education. We have a couple webinars coming up for our teachers.
Uh-oh. Did we get buffered?
Consultant Dr. Barry Plummer also doing a webinar on March 25th at 2 o'clock off the top of my head. And that's going to be for parents, for guardians, in some cases for grandparents. So it's going to be a really nice webinar where it's going to show staff and parents and kids and how to best support them at home during the school closure, because a lot of our students have significant needs and need a lot of that support. So we're trying our best to provide virtual support at this time. But I think we're doing a tremendous job district-wide in really supporting our children and our families right now.
Thank you. Did Mrs. Goulet get kicked off the call, or is she still there?
She just texted me that her laptop is frozen. She's trying to restart it.
Okay, so we'll wait and see if she can get back in. So I think that's important, again, to talk about what we're trying to do, as far as we're not looking at trying to replicate the school day. I am on a conference call weekly with the Commissioner of Education, all of the superintendents of the state. We actually had one this morning at 10 o'clock. And they're trying to put more resources together for us and give us guidance, especially if this closure goes longer than what we're already expecting it to go. But, this is unprecedented times. We're trying to do the best we can with the information we have, and I need to put a shout out to every single teacher that we have in this district, because they're used to face-to-face. Yes, they do some hybrid work with their courses, and they use Google Classroom, and they use Facebook Live and Seesaw and other types of things. But teaching online is a much different way of teaching than teaching face-to-face. And they did not have much time to prepare for this. So I give them credit. They are thinking outside of the box. They are coming up with things that they think can help them connect with your children. And again, we're all in this together. And if you have questions, please email the teachers. They're there for you. I know they've given you instructions for that. You can email the principals. You can email me. We're all in this together. I truly believe if we stick together, we can get through this. I want to also emphasize the social distancing. We need to do our part. Everybody needs to participate. Everybody needs to do their part and keep in order to flatten that curve. We need you to not send kids out in packs of 10, 15, 20 kids. We've seen that happening, and I'm asking you to follow the CDC, the Department of Public Health, and the governor's recommendations. I know this isn't easy. It's not easy for us. But we need to get used to this new normal right now so that we can get back to normal when things get better. And they will get better. And we need to stay positive. And that's why we're trying to do this for you. So we totally appreciate your understanding and patience. We understand what you're going through. I read things online and all the texts that come out and the things about how parents are having such a hard time, and they understand now how hard teachers work. And I would really like to show you that we really understand and we are there for you. And I think she's back. Is she back?
Oh, she's back.
Wait a
She's
minute,
back.
Not quite. I
see.
can hear you, but I can't see anyone.
Well, I can see you, so you can start talking. See, if we were really in a carpool karaoke, I think maybe I just dropped her off and then picked her back up. So here we go. Get back in.
Earlier this week, we handed out a ton of Chromebooks so that all of our students could be online. So that was really great that we had the opportunity to do that. All of our teachers have created Facebook pages that have links to the lessons they're doing, and let me tell you, the teachers are really knocking it out of the park.
I think it's
whether it's introducing their students to Mrs. Green introduced her students to her dog George. Mrs. Wall had introduced her toddlers because she didn't really have a choice. They were crawling all over her. We met Miss Upseri's dog. Can you hear me?
Yes,
We can hear you.
we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what was great was Miss in the classroom as part of a morning meeting activity, and she went on live and did that. So the teachers are really doing a great job of making those personal connections with their students, and I can see that the parents and the students are posting pictures back to the teachers. So I'm really proud of the teachers and the families who are keeping that relationship there, because that's so important, because we miss them, and I know the kiddos miss the students as well.
Thank you. And that's true. I just ran into a teacher that had to come and pick up some things today, and she was literally in tears, and she's like, I'm so sorry, it's just I miss my kids, I miss being here. And it's true, they miss it. If anyone told you like, oh, you're going to get 3 weeks off and you're going to not have to work for 3 weeks, people would say, oh, that would be a great thing. People aren't thinking that anymore. They know this is serious. They want to be here.
Outside of the classroom than they are inside the classroom. They're doing some really, really great things.
Yeah. And, we have to just, again, stay positive and look for a silver lining in this. One teacher emailed me the other day and said, well, on the bright side, teachers are really, really going to be really good with technology when we get back to school. So if you wanted a way to really boost your technology, PD, this is the way to do it.
Yeah.
That is true.
So anything else that you guys want to share?
We miss the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we'll continue to provide updates. And
Yeah, I think that's the main thing. It's amazing.
In a building without students, a little quiet.
I know, and it's a different feeling than the summer. The summer we expect, and we do all the stuff. We get ourselves ready for the next year. We finish all the stuff up from the previous year, and I don't know, there's a different feeling. This is more of an eerie feeling that we're here without the kids, but we will keep on pushing ahead. We will keep on working for you, and we will be there for you. Anything I missed?
Oakley,
Yes.
one thing too is I know that we've pushed off spring sports, and that that's to be determined when that may start. And we also know there's other events going on that have been postponed. But as we have been telling the kids, don't worry, we'll do our best to get these in. Down the road, we have other major events that are happening, and if they happen to be postponed, then we'll find a way to get these events scheduled for the kids, because we don't want them to miss out on these opportunities if there's any chance of having them. So we feel as bad as they do, and we'll work with them to hopefully get all these events scheduled again.
And we will. And that's the thing that we'll continue doing also. We'll continue to work together as an administrative team so that we can come up with ideas and figure out how we're going to do these things as we go forward. One thing I will tell you is please go to our West Bridgewater Public Schools Facebook page and or to our district website page. We have a COVID-19 page on a district website, but everything that I'll put out, if things come out from the Commissioner of Education, if things come out to do with anything with the schools and COVID-19, I will put them out through Facebook, I will put them out through our district webpage, and if it's something, I'll try also to put it out in an email so that you'd be notified that that information is up there. But if you go regularly to those pages, you'll see updates if we need to update you on certain things. So I really appreciate you. I appreciate the time that you're putting in. I appreciate your understanding. We're a community. Someone said the other day we're hashtag WB Wildcat Strong, and we're going to stay strong but we need your help. We need to all work together, and I know we will get through this. So I want to thank the principals for putting up with me and doing this modified carpool karaoke that I made them do. And because I just thought this car that the Mr. WB kids did was really awesome. So I figured, why not use it again? And I know we didn't sing a lot of songs in this carpool karaoke because it was just kind of a fake one. But we can close with a song. And this song was picked by the principals because, we need to social distance. So yes, I'm throwing you guys under the bus if they don't like the song. So we'll close with a song. So we'll be in touch.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Be well.
Bye, everyone. Stay safe.